Have you ever feel uncomfortable about speaking another language that is not just English? Well, stay with me. I'm Sarayo Cadiz, and this is my audience. First of all, we gotta know that a bilingual mind works really different than a person who only speaks one language. And well, these are some of the topics I would like to cover in this situation. First, we have use logic in languages, focus or concentration on languages, perceive culture and our community. Okay, for using logic in languages, we speak more in the language where we feel more comfortable. For example, for me is Spanish because I learned the Spanish first and English is my second language, and that's why I don't feel too much comfortable with this, but I try. Okay, to start, you gotta understand that if you speak, you read, or understand any other language that is not your first language, you are bilingual. Even if you do not understand every single word, you are bilingual because you're able to understand it. Okay. Different significance. For example, there are some words that in one language we understand but we don't get it in the other language. For example, it could have different meanings, and that's why sometimes we get confused and we tend to forget about some words. For example, you can remember this word in Spanish, but you are speaking in English and you cannot remember that word. That happened to me a lot of times. Okay, in focus or concentration on languages, we tend to focus in one language. For example, as I said, I speak more uh, Spanish than English, so I gonna work better with my first language. We speak more in the language we feel comfortable with, and maybe you know more English than Spanish or more Spanish than English, but it's okay. And I think everybody do that because you're gonna feel more comfortable with one of those languages you speak. Okay, to preserve our culture, first you gotta understand you don't have to feel embarrassed about speaking Spanish. For example, I see that a lot of young people and mostly teenagers don't like to speak Spanish because they feel embarrassed about the fact that they used to speak Spanish, and they try to get into social groups and they try to change to be accepted in those groups. Okay, you don't have to change for anything, and because at the same time you are losing your Spanish, you are losing your culture, and that's what is making you um, pertenecer a un grupo social. Por ejemplo, nosotros somos hispanos, tenemos una cultura diferente. Okay, and we gotta feel proud of about our culture. We have such a beautiful culture, like Dia de Muertos, everything that is really colorful. I think it's really pretty, our culture. I love it. You can communicate with more people. This is one of the. I already forgot one word. um, okay, you feel more prepared or you're more able to speak with more people if you are bilingual, and that's another ventaja that we have speaking more than one language. To finish with this presentation, our community is beautiful. We just gotta know more about our races and show the way we are to the people. So, in conclusion, you gotta be proud of speaking both languages. We are bilingual people and we have more opportunities by speaking two languages. Thank you.